This is the ThermoPro digital food thermometer. I'm pretty impressed with this little unit. It actually has some features that I wasn't expecting. This is the actual thermometer box. It does come with an instruction manual, and this is the probe. Bit of residue on there from it being used. You can wash this with water. I just don't see this ever getting clean, and that's after only one use, and I tried to wash it off a little bit. The battery drawer here on the back, it takes one AAA battery, and then you have your switches here. And these here are magnets. These magnets, when I actually stuck this to the outside of the grill while I was grilling, got pretty hot, so I wouldn't recommend doing that in most cases, or at least maybe don't move it if you're going to do that. But also it has this little stand, which is a kind of nice feature, so it does stand up. The switches here, you'll see there's a Celsius Fahrenheit. I have it on Fahrenheit because that's what I read in. And then there's a timer option, set a timer, or if you flip it all the way, it's temperature. Now, right now this is reading the temperature at the end here, so if I hold on there, you'll see it's pretty responsive. On the right is your temperature set. The up-down, you can actually set the temperature manually, and when it reaches this temperature it'll beep at you, and then this is the temperature currently. It also has some quick settings in here that have some pre-programmed temperature options in here. You'll see there's the first one is chicken, and then here's beef, and it says rare on it, and then underneath it there's a little fish. If I hit down again, there's a ham at 160 degrees. If I hit down again, there's beef at medium, 160. Hit down again, there's a pig or pork, 170. And again, there's well done for beef at 170. And all I got to do to set that is I hit it, and you'll see it shows you the cow there, so you know when that's actually occurring. Now if I don't want to use that preset setting, I can just manually hit this, and you'll see that clears. Now I'm setting it myself. One of the things I did notice, it actually reached the target temperature. It does beep, but for whatever reason, during my test run of this, the temperature would keep going up and down, so it would set off and go back down, and set off and go back down, set off and go back down, and it would do that repeatedly. Every once in a while it looks like it loses its temperature, which I'm not quite sure why. Even as I jostle this around, do you see how that temperature changes? That was one of the things I noticed when I moved this unit around as I was grilling. My thermotemp went from 55 degrees to 80 degrees to 90 degrees, and it kind of bounced around a little bit. I think that might have to do more with the way the cable is touching itself on the desk here. You'll see as I move it around it's doing something. One of the other things I wasn't quite sure of is where on the probe it's actually sensing temperature. I cooked my turkey tenderloin to the desired temperature that I had set, and yet it was still a little bit rare. And I believe that's my bad, because I think that on the end here is where it senses temperature, and I might have had it where, you know, if this is the meat, I might have had it too far to the bottom, and not directly in the center. So that's one of the things I'll have to pay more attention to, make sure that I'm inserting this straight along the center of the meat. So it has a couple quirks, but overall I'm pretty impressed with it. I'm pretty impressed with the feature set. Magnets on the back, that's a really nice touch. I like the little stand. This cord is a pretty good length, and this was in the meat inside the grill, and that was sitting outside the grill, and I could actually see it from inside, so I was able to stick it on the outside of the grill, walk inside, and watch as my food was cooking, and I could tell how far I was. I didn't have to keep going out, opening up the grill, and checking on the meat. Overall, I think this is a good product, especially for the price. If you've been needing something to tell you the temperature, I would say this is a great little grill accessory. One thing to note, don't leave this outside, especially if your grill's not covered. Don't leave it outside, because it does say repeatedly in the instructions that this is not waterproof. One of the things I do wish was included as a feature set is an auto off feature. I'm not seeing that. You actually do have to turn it off. So also remember that when you're done, if you want the battery to be working the next time,